defended by Hunter. Now switched on to Wade. Brown going to work. He wants the shot. He hits the shot! Jaylen Brown, unstoppable.
And that three-pointer right there gave the Celtics a 15-point lead at the half, part of a 20-3 run by the C's. Jaylen Brown leading the way with 30 points. Celtics had 8 guys in double figures, and they get a big win over the Cleveland Cavaliers. Tom Giles, Chris Forsberg, Eddie House, I'll start with you. Your biggest takeaways from this 125-105 win?
Biggest takeaway was we started off playing extremely hard. We played together. We made the right play. We were the aggressors. We weren't on our heels at all, I felt like, in this game. And, you know, not only was Sam Hauser hitting shots, you had Jaylen Brown hitting shots. And I don't want to go into the numbers and any of those things like that, but we dominated the glass. We rebounded the basketball. We didn't give them second chance opportunities. And that's something that was the point of emphasis in the first 3 losses. Is like, hey, well, are we going to rebound the basketball? What's going to happen? Or we can continue to get pummeled on the glass. And I like the adjustment that we made. I like the mindset that we came in with this game. And so it's all about how they approach this game and how they're going to approach the next game. So I'm extremely happy about how they came out and played tonight.
There's a lot of positives. The fact that they beat one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference while Peyton Pritchard and Derek White continued to struggle and get contributions up and down the lineup is great. But, Giles, I know it's getting a little cold outside. You might be thinking about going into that shed, swapping it out. But let me tell you, it is lawnmower season because Josh Minott continues to be a revelation, not only with the double-double tonight, but they put him out there and pretty much tried to match his minutes with Evan Mobley. And I believe the final numbers, we'll wait for the morning when the final box score numbers come out, but I believe Mobley managed 2 points, both free throws, on 0 of 5 shooting against Minott when he was defending him as the primary defender. And he just brought the energy, brought the effort. I know the Cavs didn't shoot well either, but, man, Minott has energized this starting lineup, has helped them shore up the rebounding, and now we're seeing this team look a little bit crisper than it did through those first 3 games. And it's in large part from the hustle, the energy that a guy like that is bringing.
Hustle, energy. They had 29 assists tonight and just 8 turnovers. So they shared the ball and also took care of it. Speaking of Josh Minott, he's standing by with Abby Chin back at TD Garden.
Josh, 2 straight wins. You guys got a standing ovation here inside TD Garden. This one started out fast. What was the process to winning?
I said we were just all, as a team, we were just locked in. You know, we were all locked in on our coverages. We took pride in defending one-on-one. Offensively, you know, I mean, the ball was flowing. I'm seeing like everybody just happy to be in their element offensively.
For you, your energy is boundless and pulling down some huge rebounds in the fourth quarter. What were you trying to do coming in and playing through crunch time?
Man, I'm just trying to do what people expect from me. This energy, man. I just love this place so much, man. Like, this place just brings me so much happiness. My teammates, coaches, the staff, talking like from top to bottom. I mean, the whole organization, man. It's just a blessing to be here, man. I can't thank God enough.
And now the wins are coming too.
For a fact.
What did you guys find in that fourth quarter in New Orleans that has carried over here into tonight?
I say just keep playing the right way. Starts with that defense. Rebounding is definitely like a really big thing we're trying to key in on. I think we did a great job of that tonight. But I say it's like we've been playing so much good defense. We just got to finish with that rebound.
Gosh, thank you. Congratulations.
Josh Minott getting the start once again tonight. Second straight game he started. Celtics 2-0 in those games and played 32 minutes in this win for the C's. And again, going back to it, I mean, because this game was back and forth early on. Cleveland actually had a 2-point lead, 42-40 after the first quarter. Second quarter, Cavs were still up by 2. And then you had the Celtics going crazy. The turning point is what we're bringing now, presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Turn it around, take control. It's possible with the solution for weight loss. Reserve your consult at awaken180weightloss.com. Here is that 20-3 run, Eddie, where you saw the C's knock down a bunch of shots, make a lot of plays, and much of it was Jaylen Brown, Derek White. But how big was that run going into the locker room?
It was huge, but look, we watching all of the offensive plays, but they were getting defensive stops at the same time. You don't go on a 23 run in 3 minutes and 50 seconds of a first half without getting defensive stops, without closing out the possession with the rebound. So I think the attention to detail with that part of it of making sure that, hey, man, we got to rebound the basketball, especially we got to going against a team that's extremely big. I always say this. It correlates. When you're locked in defensively, it seems like offense comes a little bit easier because you're so locked into the game and attuned to the game.
All right, we got Scal joining us now. And Scal, let's start with just overall, your biggest takeaway from this win tonight for the Celtics.
Celtics needed energy plays. That's exactly what they got from Josh Minott, Neemias Queta. I think everyone's just picked up their energy. You can see the competitiveness kind of coming through with these guys.
Is that simple, Scal, that changing up the starting lineup, putting Minott in there, storing up the rebounding, getting a little bit of energy, has that been enough to sort of mask what went wrong through the first 3 games?
In the NBA, it's all about what you emphasize. And if you say we're going to be a great rebounding team and you talk about rebounding every single day, I'm not saying we're not going to be a top 10 defensive rebound percentage team, but you can put your emphasis towards that. You can light a fire under guys. You give them the basically the decision. Rebound or don't play. And in the NBA, guys want to play. There's a lot of money at stake. There's a lot going on here. Guys are competitive. So they've shifted that. But you can't ignore like the improvement of Queta, and you cannot ignore the energy that Josh Minott brings. Our worst game of the season, the Knicks game. Josh Minott, DMP.
So energy, that's a big key to me, because that's contagious, just like making shots or missing free throws or turning the ball over. We all know that could be something that's contagious, and then throughout the game, you like, damn, but why we keep turning it over? Where it started at some point. But when you got a couple guys that come in and play with high energy, I think that's contagious as well. And I think when Minott was inserted in the starting lineup, I think our energy level changed a little bit. And not a little bit, but a lot. And everybody follows suit with that. What do you think?
Yeah, agree. And, one guy does make a difference. There's only 5 guys out there playing. You know who's going to be, Jaylen Brown, Pritchard, White. Those guys are going to be the guys that are starting. You're going to start it big. You're going to start Queta. So it does come down to a guy like Josh Minott. And I keep mentioning it on the broadcast. He is an excellent role player. It's not easy being a role player. He figures his spot. He's aggressive. He's appropriately aggressive. All those things make a difference. And I will say the Celtics have driven home the idea of we want a guy in the corner. We want a guy in the dunker. We want another guy on the corner. And they're playing out of that spacing. They're doing a really good job of moving that nail help out by moving bodies. So their spacing improved, but also just the energy from Josh Minott. I mean, he's back-to-back Tommy Award winners. I mean, I'm sure you guys can feel it as well. It feels like he's in every single play. And Queta as well. I had Queta slotted for the Tommy Award winner. I had to change it because Minott was incredible in the fourth quarter. But Queta, back-to-back games. In the third quarter, he was the best big on the floor, and Evan Mobley is out there. A
little spoiler alert there. We're going to be seeing Josh Minott in that.
Oh, my fault. You guys know. Come on.
Yeah, we saw Donovan Mitchell, who, again, coming into this game, averaging 31 points against the Celtics. He had 15 right away. Do you think it was the hamstring that was limiting him? Because he had 15 in the opening moments of the second quarter, did not score after that. Or was there something specifically they did against him defensively?
I mean, he missed some shots. Like that shot when he came off the screen, it was a 10-point game, and he rose up. It hit the front of the rim, went straight up, and it ended up coming out. But he missed some of those. He wasn't phenomenal in transition, and we're so used to him. That right-hand gather as he drifts to the left. Like, that play is tough to stop. He gets a lot of fouls, but I think he was frustrated from this standpoint. He was spraying that ball out to wide-open shooters, and I can only really remember one time a guy knocking down a shot on that. He had some dump-off passes, but guys just weren't knocking down shots. They don't have Max Strus. They don't have Darius Garland. They don't have Sam Merrill. So they got a lot of firepower out today. So maybe Donovan Mitchell felt a little pressure like, man, the way these guys are playing, I got to exert this much energy. I probably don't have it tonight.